And just how do you think blockchain and the the all of that stuff will affect the financial world moving forward? How is that going to play a role? Is it going to completely change everything that we understand about the financial world, or is it just going to be a piece of like a new security module of the financial world? Or are we just going to see like a complete change in everything that we understand today?
Yeah, so I think so the I always separate like so the technology, blockchain technology, I think it has a lot of potential, especially in financial services, because there are many use cases where parties don't trust each other. So using blockchain, uh, you could really make it more efficient. So let's say trade finance or supply chain finance, this kind of stuff, or settlement in trading between
Yeah.
banks instead of having clearing houses. So this definitely. Then crypto. I think I mean it's quite interesting. I think as an asset class starts to be decent. I mean, however, it's a volatile asset. It's just it's a bit like it's a bit like gambling. So I mean, people buy cryptos and it's fine as long as you know it's volatile. It can lose 90% of the value. It can go up by 200%, but it might also go to zero because it is. Uh, People compare a lot Bitcoin to gold, and I think it's a fair comparison. And the thing is, gold is the same as Bitcoin in the sense that there's no it has no value in it. The value it has is that we all agree it has value. So it's not like a building that will have cash flow or a stock. You buy it, you have dividends, or it's a company behind.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, well, we all agree it's worth $30,000. Fine. If tomorrow we all agree it's worth like $1,000 and it's worth $1,000, and
Yep.
as long as you understand this dynamic, it's fine. Then all the talks, yeah, it's going to 1 million. The problem is that there is a lot of there's a lot of bullshit in this industry because people people hold Bitcoin and then they tell you, oh, it should be worth 1 million. Yeah, for sure, because you bought it at 20,000, so you want me to pump the price so you're richer.
Yep.
I mean, this is so obvious. So it's not based on any conviction. You hear lots of talks, oh yeah, inflation, whatever. So I mean, I don't have an issue with people with crypto as itself. Is that
Hmm.
you have lots of products that don't make sense. I mean,
Yeah.
lots of complicated financial products are just here for like some kind of gambling ish.
Yeah.
So uh, it's a new way to play around with money, which is it's fine. Will it change completely the world? I don't think so, because what you see a lot like with decentralized finance and things that are around crypto is that people end up trying to reinvent the same financial model. Is that they're like, okay, cool, now you have your wallet and you own your own coins, and people are like, oh yeah, but this is shit. What if I lose my password or what? And then that's what you don't have to worry when you have a bank account, is that
Yeah.
you're not, oh, okay, well, I've lost my password, and the bank is like, oh, sorry, man, I'm keeping your money. So and now you start to see, oh yeah, we're going to be a custodian, so we're going to keep your
Yeah.
crypto, and you're like, yeah, but that sounds a lot like a bank, right?
Bank.
You just change Bitcoin for you change dollars for Bitcoin, and then someone else, it's not a bank, it's a custodian. Well, okay, but what's up with this? So I don't know. I see lots of what I call fake innovation, which is, but it's broader, like not only in crypto, but in crypto
Hmm.
it happens a lot. I feel where people tell you this is revolutionary, and you're like, no, it's not. And I don't know. Like, I think what's going to be good is more regulation
Yeah.
of crypto. Uh, we'll see the impact. I mean, we'll see at that point if it's meant to survive and stay. If with regulation as tough as the rest, and then it stays, then fine. But this panic sell because people think, oh shit, I need to pay taxes on my crypto. Oh yeah, man. And like, yeah, well, what are you saying? You thought it was going to be unregulated forever, and that you buy, you sell, you make like a fortune, you don't pay the IRS. Like, yeah, sure, man. Anyway.
Yeah, that's definitely. I was watching a video and they said there's like 180 currencies, and then there were like 10,000 different cryptocurrencies, and I was like, this something doesn't add up. Like, it just feels like there's a cryptocurrency for a lot of different things that people just kind of sit down one day and create something up out of thin air, and then people just start putting money into it. And I always tell people, like, just be careful when you go into the crypto space, because there's a lot of cool stuff, especially with the blockchain technology. But then there's a lot of like people trying to bank on the fact that you don't know as much about it and just play on your ignorance to just take your money away from you. And that's like such a dangerous thing to be in right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think especially, the ICOs and all this crap. That's why the thing is, you don't need that many cryptocurrencies. You need a few, and ideally you just need one or whatever, but an efficient one, and then you use it for settlement and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of activity, a lot of money into it, because people put money. I think it's out of a bit boredom that your bank is giving you 1%, and then you're like, oh yeah, I put in crypto, I'm up 500% in 2 months, and it's a bit like the ultimate get rich quick scam, where I don't know, it's easy to fall for it, but yeah, as I said, I think you can invest in crypto if it's as part of a wider strategy. So let's say you have a portfolio and you're like, okay, I'm gonna allocate 10% to crypto. That fine, it's diversification, and you're like, okay, because you believe that overall makes sense in your strategy. If you go all in on one like random coin, and then you're like, yeah, because it's changing the internet or whatever, yeah, I mean, you can, but you're super like concentrated. If it goes the wrong way, you have no money. So just I don't know, I think, but a lot of smart people are investing in cryptos, a lot of investors, just because they're thinking diversification, they're thinking, like, it's a new asset class, and why not? And this is fine. I think this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Retail investors that go all in on Bitcoin, I don't think it's a good idea. And we've seen it now, right? Yeah. Oh, Elon said Tesla is accepting Bitcoin. I'm going to buy lots of Bitcoin. And then, well, Elon changed his mind. Oh, yeah, Jesus. Well, I've lost half my money. Well,
Yeah, and it's such an interesting thing. But so just before we do one more fun thing, I just want you to tell us a little bit more about FinTech Review, and just tell us a little bit more of what we can expect when we go on fintechreview.net, and what are some of the things that you have coming up on there.
I hope you enjoyed that little snippet of the Rambling Mind podcast. If you want more of the Rambling Mind podcast, or if you want to listen to the whole episode that you just heard, go check it out on any podcast listening platform, whether that be Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Breaker, Stitcher. I could go on, but you guys already know which podcast you love to use to listen to. So go check it out. Link down in the description as well. I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.